Hi there, it's Peter Chapman from SKUFood. And this month in July, we're going to start talking about how to tell your story, how to tell the story of your great food and beverage product. And so many products do have a great story, but I'm not convinced that we're all telling it the best way. So we're going to share some insights to help you do that. And to show you how to look at this sort of challenge that you have in front of you, I just want to share a little chart that I like to use. And that's what we're all about here at SKUFood, is trying to help you with different insights and tips and benefits to help you improve your food and beverage business. So when I'm talking about a product with somebody, I like to say to them, so what are the needs of your customers and the consumers? And they're two different groups. The customers are the people who buy your products from you. So that would be retailers, wholesalers, distributors, all food service it could be. Those are the people who are buying your product from you. And then there's the consumers, those people who take your product home and want to share it and use it with their family. So they each have different sets of needs. Some of them interact. You can see where the two circles cross over, and some of the needs are the same, but some of them are very different. And how you tell your story is going to really be much more effective if you tell it to the right audience. So let's talk about your customers, which would be those retailers, distributors, wholesalers, and food service people. They're interested in service level. They want to know, if they've ordered 1,000 cases from you, did you ship them 900? Did you ship them 950? Did you ship them 1,000? So you need to talk in that language and say our service level was, and give them the number. But that doesn't mean anything to consumers. They want to know, are your hot dog and hamburger buns on the shelf on the weekend of a sunny Friday so that they can take them home and have them for their family? So you can start to make claims and say, for every weekend where the weather forecast is going to be great, we're going to increase our production by 15% so that we make sure we've got the right buns on the shelf for you. So you see, it's a different language in how you tell your story so that it resonates with each one of these different groups. Another thing you could be talking about is shrink. Very important issue to your retail customers. So if the shrink on your product is, say, 5% and the category average is 7, well, then they're going to see that as a benefit. And you can tell that by looking at your shipments into the warehouse. And if you purchase front end data, then you can look and say how many actual units went out through the front end. So you can look at the shrink on your product. Consumers don't care about that. They care about best before dates. They want to know, when I take those hamburger buns home, how many days do I have to use them when they're at peak freshness? So if their expectation is that they're going to get 6 days, then you need to make sure that your distribution and how it flows through the system gives them those 6 days to use the product. And that's the type of story that's going to resonate with them. Or let's talk about food safety. Big issue for your retail customers, right? They want to see certification. They want to know what kind of plants you have in your plant, and all the third-party audits and different things. That's the language they want to know about food safety. Again, consumers aren't worried about that. They're worried about safe food for their family. So what are you doing in your facility that's going to ensure that you have safe food for their family? Same issue, but how you tell the story so that it resonates is definitely different. And then we can think about issues that are common. So these overlap. So gluten-free. So retailers are looking for gluten-free hot dog and hamburger buns that taste great. Consumers are looking for gluten-free hot dog and hamburger buns that taste great. So that's one need that's common for both. And the same, how about made in Canada? We know that's even more important now than it used to be. So that's something that your retail customers might be looking for, and the consumers. So that's the kind of piece in your story that can resonate with both. So when you're telling your story, really think about who's going to be listening and how that story will resonate with each of those different audiences that are so important to you in the success of your food products. And if that sounds like a great insight and you want to learn more about it, join us for our SKUFood Recipes for Success in July, where we're going to focus on how to help you tell your story so it resonates with customers and consumers. And we're going to have some guests who are doing it and really living it every week. And then I'm also going to share some stories myself from my time in retail, with some stories that always resonated with me. So join us Wednesday afternoons at 2 p.m. Atlantic for our SKUFood Recipes for Success. We look forward to seeing you there.